What's up, you guys? It's Rob here. Today we're going to be going over ticker symbol AMC. I'm going to try to keep this video short and sweet because I've been getting a little ranty. My videos have been getting a little long. I apologize about that. But if you guys can, before we dive into the technical analysis, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, make sure that you ring that bell for the YouTube algorithm because I'm apparently currently in a fight with it. So helping with each one of those engagements really helps me get this video out further and helps me fight the YouTube algorithm to hopefully becoming my friend instead of my enemy right now. But also down below, I do have my Webull referral link. If you do join Webull, you do get 2 free stocks valued anywhere between $8 and $1,600. You get 1 free stock when your account's approved, and then another when you deposit $100 on the platform. And then I do get a free stock as well because you did use my referral link. It is also a great way to support the channel. So let's dive on into the sticks. But really covering AMC today, the huge thing, and today was an absolutely huge day for AMC, and I'm going to tell you why a little bit later in this video. But I want to cover the chart first, and then we'll hop over into the options volume and then talk about the news catalyst and all that kind of stuff. But for most of the day, we traded in this, what I would call a barcode manner, which means we traded out with computer algorithms. Most of the trades were done that way because they were all done within 1 penny. So if we really zoom in here on the sticks, you can see that this candle opened at 10:07 at a high of 10:09 and closed at 10:07. The next candle had an open at 10:07, had a high of 10:08, had a close at 10:07. So all these candles are really trading within like very precise increments of one another. Now, when we had a few that like here in the beginning of the day that were larger, we could tell that this was normal volume, but this barcode volume that you see here, when we really zoom out, is algorithmic trading. And what that means is 2 computers were set up to trade back and forth with one another algorithmically within 1 penny. So that's the huge thing that was going on today. And it is definitely, it's not illegal, but it definitely is something that we have seen before, and we really saw it with the fight of 801. And today was a huge day, and I'm not going to call it another 801 day, but it was definitely a good day for us to get above $10, which we absolutely needed to do. But we did have our intraday high of 1018, which is good, and then we did have our intraday low of 988. So we did break through that $10 technical and psychological support. It turned in the resistance, but we were able to reclaim it literally at the end of the day. Within the last 10 minutes of the day, we reclaimed $10, which is pretty phenomenal considering that this bar coded us all the way through. But if we hop out here to the 5-day chart, I've started making a channel here because essentially what we're doing now is we've created this. Come on, Webull. Can you work with me, Webull, please? We've created this channel that we've been trading within for the past couple of days, and it's a bull flag. So remember, bull flags are descending flags because you're looking for a break to the upside. Bear flags are ascending levels, essentially ascending channels, and then you're looking for a break to the downside kind of thing. So now we are looking for a break to the upside. The huge thing is we're trading below our 200-day moving average, which is not a good thing on the 5-day chart. Definitely puts us in bearish territory. Our RSI is sitting here at 46, so we're just about neutral. And really today, we didn't have much movement within the MACD. The only movement that we really had was at the end of the day when we dropped down to 988, and you can see that little bump here. But for the most part, we pretty much consolidated the whole day because we opened, believe it or not, at 10:07, and then we closed at 10:03. So yeah, we did lose 17 cents on the day because of pre-market and after hours kind of thing. But keep in mind, like, we literally trade within a 4-cent period the whole entire day. Like, if we looked at just the open and close, it was 4 cents. We had a little bit more movement than that, but it was 4 cents. It was really tiny. The huge thing that I want to do is I want to hop out here to the month time frame, and I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm not going to fill you with bull crap or anything like that and try to paint a picture that this is a positive thing and we're moving in a positive direction. We are not moving in a positive direction, and it is not good. And the reason why I say this is because this orange line here, I'm going to zoom in on it. This orange line represents our 15-day moving average. and we crossed through our 60-day moving average on the 28th. And then today we crossed through our 200-day moving average precisely at 5 a.m. today, which is not good. That puts us in a very bearish territory. And the MACD may say that we're in bullish territory, but I'm going to tell you right now, the fact that we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 days now of essentially falling down, we've gone through our 60-day moving average, and now we've gone through our 200-day moving average. We are definitely in bearish territory. So you can see the channel very clearly now of where we need to be, and we need to break through here within the next hopefully within the next couple of days, because this is just going to be continually, this channel is a descending level of resistance and a descending level of support. So hopefully we do not fall much further. We are sitting at the $10 psychological support. So the next point that I'm going to be looking at would be 975 to downside. Hopefully on Monday, the stock market decides to wake up, turn green instead of being red, because when we do take a look at the overall stock market, all three large ETFs representing this S&P 500, Dow Jones, and NASDAQ were all red today. So it was a red day on the market. Now, the huge thing that I want to also highlight here is if we take a look at the date, if we take a look at AMC and how it's really been trading, and then we take a look at like an ETF like RK, don't they look kind of similar? And the reason why I bring this up is because it's showing that AMC is trading like a lot of growth in tech stocks right now, which is huge because growth in tech have been absolutely getting pummeled because of this market correction and these fears of inflation. So anything that has a high valuation right now or high PE is just getting beat into the ground over and over and over again. So on here on the 1 month chart, you're pretty much sitting at $10. I hate to say it, we're probably going to be going below $10 on Monday. I will gladly eat my words if we do not go below $10, but I have a very hard feeling we're sadly going to go below $10. So I'm going to be immediately looking at 975 and seeing if we can try to minimize our downside and just only touch 975. That would be great. The RSI, when we take a look at it here, sitting at 3644, so we pretty much don't have that much more room to go before we become oversold. We do have a bullish MACD down here, but I'm going to tell you right now, I don't see us making a bullish move on Monday. I think it's going to be another bearish day. Hopefully, like by some miracle, it's going to be a bullish day. But I think if anything, Tuesday might be our bullish day because we do have the annual shareholder meeting coming up, which is very important. And we also know that AMC was doing a recount. I have a hard feeling we might hear about that recount and the news of the recount during that annual shareholder meeting. If not, we'll probably hear during earnings. So just keep that in mind. Let's hop out here to the day chart and just really take a look at it. So you can see how close our 15-day moving average and 60-day moving average are getting. They're kind of splitting apart from one another, which is a good thing. But the huge thing is we do not want these to cross on the day chart. If they cross on the day chart, it is not going to be a good thing. We did have our 60-day moving average cross back here, which sent us on our rip up. So hopefully we can continue moving upwards. If we have the 15-day cross over the 60-day moving average on the day scale, is not a good sign at all, and that's going to be definitely very bearish territory. The huge thing to take a look at here on the day chart is going to be the RSI. We're sitting at 4960, which is good. We also do have a bullish confirmation here on the day time frame. I'm going to tell you right now, I take this signal with a grain of salt. Personally, that's just my opinion, because the way that we're looking here on the 1 month, 1 hour, with that crossover, that is definitely a very bearish move. So very bearish. We definitely are in bearish territory. So I hate to say that, but sadly we are. Let's go over here and cover our short interest within Ortex for you guys. So overall, our short interest decreased by 2.75%. Our current short interest or free float is 22.59, and our current short interest is 94.38 million. So our short interest is, yes, technically decreasing. The huge thing I want to point out here is it's not the shorts covering their positions. It's not. If anyone tells you, or if you hear anything that says, oh, the shorts are covering their position, I can tell you right now, they are definitely not covering their position because this days to cover line keeps going up. It keeps going up. And if they were covering their position, it would be going down. So keep that in mind. So anytime you hear someone say, oh, the shorts are covering their position, no, 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 no. They are a silly chicken and they are absolutely silly. And let them know that because I'm telling you right now, what is going on is the shares that are out on loan. So if you have Bob that wants to short AMC and he goes to an exchange and says, hey, I want to short AMC. Exchange goes, okay, great, Bob. You got to pay this cost of borrow fee annually. Here's your shares kind of thing. Well, now Bob is going, well, I'm taking a look here and our short interest is really high. Do I really want to establish my short position right now? No, it's too risky. And then he gives the shares back to the exchange. And then you have someone else that says, oh, okay, well, there's shares available. I'm going to use them kind of thing. And that is exactly what's going on. That's the reason why our utilization hasn't changed, but our shares on loan has changed. Because what's going on is our shares on loan is dropping, which is causing a change in our short interest. So not it's not really going down. What is happening is the outstanding shares that are on loan are being given back, and then the short utilization is still being used at 100%. So keep that in mind. Anyone who tells you right now that shorts are covering their position is absolutely wrong. If there is any covering going on, it is so minute that is not even being picked up here. So keep that in mind. The return share today was 7.5 million. The borrowed shares was 3.39 million. So there's an outstanding borrowed change of negative 4.12 million shares. Now, onto the news that is very important, and the exact reason why I said today was critically important for us. So, if you take a look here, this is the calls for AMC. So we had 12,000. So we were trading at $9. So we had roughly about, let's say, 12,000, roughly about 12,000, 14,000-ish contracts. We were trading below $9. The fact today, we got in above $10. We put another 12,126 contracts in the money. So the hedge funds have to give out these shares kind of thing. So that is a huge thing. So the hedge funds can't sell those shares back to the exchange and say, oh, well, those contracts expired out of the money. We don't need them. So they had to fully grab these shares because they have to prepare for everyone to want to exercise those. So that's huge. And it definitely helped the stock, and it did put more snow on the ground, and our snowball is getting bigger. It would have been really great if we could have got the 10, 5, or $11 because that would have put a lot of open interest in the money. But putting 12,000 here was a huge thing today. It was absolutely huge. But let me hop back over here to Yahoo. So we're going to talk about AMC's earnings. And the huge thing is AMC is going to announce their first quarter earnings that ended March 31st, 2021 on Thursday, May 6th at the market close. We know that they're expecting to miss this, but the huge thing is with this earnings call, we might also hear about the recount of shares kind of thing. And if we hear about the recount of shares, this can definitely be a very bullish move for the stock because we do know that there is a lot of synthetic shares out there and there's a lot of fake shares. So if they're doing the recount and if you sent your shares to be recounted and all that kind of stuff, awesome. Because what it'll do is it'll help AMC see how many shares are currently available, who is holding all of those shares, and we will hear this information because AMC said that they will publicly publish this information so we can read over it when it does happen. So it's going to be huge news. We may hear about it during the annual shareholder meeting, but if we don't hear about it then, on May 6th, I would expect us to hear about it in the earnings call, because I think that will be a huge thing. I think we'll also hear about all the news catalysts moving forward, about new movies coming out, them using these 43 million shares to maybe like wipe away debt. And AMC said when they're going to use the 43 million shares to dilute the stock, and keep in mind, we're at a 500 million share stock right now. So 43 million shares is really not that much in the grand scheme of things. Keep that in mind. Like, it's not that much. And if they use it right and they use it smart, the stock will go up, it won't go down. So keep that in mind. But that's what I got for you guys today. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to drop it in the comment section down below. And if you did make it this far in the video, make sure that you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell for the YouTube algorithm. See you guys in the next one. Peace.